Hello students, in the previous video lecture we have discussed about the basic fundamental blocks of a computer. In this video lecture we can discuss about the basic operational concepts of a computer. Instruction takes a vital role for the proper working of the computer. An appropriate program consists of a list of instructions, and those instructions are being stored in the memory so that the task can be started. The memory brings the individual instructions into the processor, which executes the specified operations. Data which is to be used as operand or moreover also stored in the memory. An instruction consists of two parts: operational code, that is being called as opcode, and the other thing is nothing but of the operand. The data or operand are stored in the memory. The individual instructions are brought from the memory to the processor. Then the processor performs the specified operation. Let us see a typical instruction: add location A, R0. This instruction is an addition operation. The following are the steps to execute the instruction. I will explain it now. So R0 is nothing but of a register, right? It is nothing but of a register in the processor, and it consists of a data. You assume, for example, you assume that it consists of a data 02, right? And location A was nothing but of a location in the memory, right? So you assume this as a memory, and this is nothing but of the location A, right? This is nothing but of the location A, and this location A consists of a data. You assume that data as 03, right? First, what the processor will do is it fetches the instruction from the main memory. The main memory is nothing but of this one, right? So it fetches the instruction from the main memory into the processor. Then it fetches the operand at the location A. So first it will fetch the instruction. This is nothing but of the instruction. So this is nothing but of the instruction. This is being fetched first. So this is nothing but of step 1. So the processor first fetches the instruction from the memory. Then what it will do is it fetches the operand. Operand is nothing but of the data. So it fetches the data next. It fetches the operand, right? So this operand is being fetched from the location A, right, from the main memory into the processor. Then after doing these two operations only, it will add the content of location A and the content of the register R0, right? So that is 2 plus 3 will be performed after this step 1 and step 2. The same instruction can be realized using two instructions as load location A, R1 followed by means of add R1, R0, right? I will explain it again. So how these two instructions are being executed is, first it will fetch the instruction from the main memory to the processor. That is, it will fetch this opcode for this location A, R1. Load location A, R1's opcode is being fetched. So step 1 is as similar to that of add location A comma R0. What it did, it first fetched the instruction from the main memory, right? Then after fetching the instruction from the main memory into the processor, it will fetch the operand at location A from main memory into the processor to register R1. So after taking this, it will take the content of R1 and it is being loaded into location A. You assume that location A has a data. Location A is nothing but of a location in memory, main memory, and it consists of a data 0A initially, right? And R1 register consists of a data 04, right? So after execution of this instruction, this location A will have 04, that is 0A is being overwritten by means of 04, and R1 will also have 04, that is the content of R1 register is not being altered, but the content of the memory location A is being altered by means of the content of R1, that it is being loaded into location A. After that, it is being added with the register content R0. You assume that R0 consists of a data 0C. So in the second step, 04 and 0C are being added. So in the in this second line, what it will first do is it will add the content of register R1 and the content of R0, and it will store the result in R0. The result is being stored in R0. Result is stored in R0, right? So first what it will do, it will fetch the instruction from main memory into the processor. Then it fetches the operand at location A from main memory into the processor to register R1. Then it will add the content of register R1 and the content of register R0. Then it will store the result in R0, right? Hope you understood. So now we will analyze how processor and memory are being connected. Let us see one after other, right? So first we will see about the program counter. So the program counter, it contains the memory address of next instruction to be fetched. So what it contains? It contains the memory address of next instruction to be fetched by means of the processor. Then about this instruction register. So this instruction register, it holds the instruction which is currently being executed. So it holds the instruction which is being currently executed. So currently executed instruction is being in the instruction register. Next about this MDR. It facilitates communication with memory. That is, it contains the data to be written into or read out of the address location. So MDR is nothing but of memory data register. Memory data register facilitate communication with the memory. It contains the data to be written. It contains the data to be written into memory, right, or read out from memory. Or read out from memory, right? So next is nothing but of MER. MER is nothing but of memory address register. It holds the address of the location that is to be accessed, right? So it holds the address. So this MAR is nothing but of memory address register. It holds the address of the location from where the processor have to access the data, right? And apart from this, there are n general purpose registers. As you are seeing here, it consists of n general purpose registers, that is R0 to Rn-1. The processor have various registers to perform various functions. Okay, so I will repeat it again. The program counter, it contains the what it contains. The program counter, it contains the memory address of next instruction to be fetched, and the instruction register, it holds the instruction which is currently being executed, and the memory data register, it facilitates communication with memory. It contains the data to be written into or read out of the addressed location, and memory address register MAR, it holds the address of the location that is to be accessed. There are n general purpose registers, that is R0 to Rn-1. The processor have various registers to perform various functions. Okay. Now let us look at how the CPU can perform calculations using a process known as fetch, decode, execute cycle. Here we have a representation of CPU and RAM. The registers are also shown where data can be temporarily stored. Okay, you assume this calculator as you take this anomaly, this calculator as ALU, and this test pad as your random access memory, right? And this yellow color is nothing but of the control bus, and green is nothing but of data bus, and red is of address bus. And these are all nothing but of program counter, memory address register, memory data register, instruction register, and accumulator. And this is nothing but of the control unit, which is going to send the control instruction to in order to execute a particular instruction. Okay. So the program counter, you assume that the program counter starts at 0000. This means that the first address in RAM where the computer will look for an instruction is at 0000. I will repeat it. If the program counter holds 0000 means, this means that the first address in RAM where the computer will look for an instruction is at 0000. If the program counter holds 8000 means, then the computer will look for an instruction at 8000. Okay. The computer needs somewhere to store the current address in the RAM that is looking for. So this is what the memory address register is for. So 000 is therefore copied to MAR. A signal is now sent down through the address bus to RAM. The control unit sends out a memory read signal and the content of the address 000. So if you see it, the 00 address is of 01010100 is being copied through the data bus to memory address data register MDR, right? So now you can see the address is being read and it is being carried from the data bus and it is being written in MDR. memory data register. You assume that the the memory 000, memory address 000 is holding the instruction add location A comma R0, right? So as the data which is being fetched during the fetch stage is an instruction, hence it is of an instruction, it is being copied into the instruction register, right? So hence, since this is nothing but of the instruction, it is being copied into the instruction register. So whatever is being in the MDR is being copied to the instruction register. As the first instruction has been fetched, the system is at the end of the fetch stage of the cycle. The program counter can be incremented by 1 now. So the system is ready to read the next instruction when the next fetch cycle starts. Okay. Now the instruction need to be decoded. It is sent via the data bus to the control unit, where it is being splitted into two parts. The first part is nothing but of the operation code or opcode, which in this example CPU is the first 4 bits 0101. This is the command that the computer will carry out. The second part in this case 0100 is nothing but of the operand. This is an address in RAM where data will be read from or written to depending upon the operation. The control unit can translate opcodes into instruction. So here the control unit translate the opcode 0101 into load from RAM instruction, right? Now the command will be executed. The operand is copied to MAR, memory address register, as this is the address of the data that need to be loaded. The data at the address 0100 is then fetched from RAM and passed up to the data bus to the MDR. As it is not an instruction but simply data, it is then passed to the accumulator. We'll now run through the remaining 2 cycles of the program. The PC now holds 0001, so we next fetch, decode and execute the instruction at the address. The PC is at 0001, so this is the next instruction to be fetched. The instruction opcode and address operand are placed in the instruction register and the program counter incremented by 1 again. Now the instruction is decoded while the address of the data to be attached upon is placed in the memory address register. The instruction turns out to be add, which add 2 pieces of data together. The new data is fetched from the address and eventually ends up in the accumulator along with the results of the previous cycle. To finish off this stage, the 2 values of the accumulator are passed into the arithmetic logic unit, that is ALU, where they can be added together as instructed by the opcode. The result is then placed back into the accumulator. That is a second cycle completion. And this is being shown in this GIF. The last cycle is for the instruction at 0010. It uses the opcode 0011, which is stored, and the operand is 0110, which is the last address in the RAM shown. So this cycle takes the results of the addition in the accumulator and stores it back into the RAM at address 0110 as requested. to recap, our program used 3 instructions to add 2 numbers and store the result in the memory. The first instruction is, I will write it, the first instruction is load. Load a piece of data from a specified address. So next is to add this to the data found in another address. The final is to store. To store the result back into the specified address in memory. There is a lot of information to take into understanding the fetch, decode, execute cycle. Many people find it confusing when following it for the first time. You may find it helpful to run through this GIF activity 1 or 2 times. By means of it, you can easily understand how an instruction is being fetched, it is being decoded, executed and executed. Thank you all. Meet you in the next video lecture on bus structure and software performance. Until then, revise the topic what we have discussed so far. Thank you one and all.